What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Thank you for stopping in. If you are new here to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. I'd love to have you here. Ring the little bell that will notify you of when I upload any new videos, post a short, post something to the community tab when I go live. It's a good way to just get notifications about the channel. Before you head out, hit the thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And before you go, if you have time, leave me a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. Any question, comment, concern, go ahead and leave them down below. Today, we are doing I haven't done one in like 2 weeks just because I've either had other content to go over and or I just didn't have time basically to do it. So today this will be the random pick out of the knife case, which I used to call the random knife case pick of the week. I used to kind of show just randomly grabbing one, and then we would just kind of go over it, go over the specs, just go over the details of the knife. Not necessarily a review, just a overview or insight to the knife. Because I have lots of knives that are not coming in a box. I have lots of knives that I have not reviewed or overviewed or even given a first look on the channel. I have dozens and dozens more knives to either do an overview on or to do a review on. So I have plenty of reviews or overviews to do. I am going to start doing some more review type filming too. Like actually going over how the knife works, does it do well, and so on and so forth. Ones that I've actually used for an extended period of time, and we'll do reviews that way. I've kind of stayed away from true reviews. There are a couple on the channel, but not many. So I will be starting some actual reviews of knives, and other gear, like true reviews. And then there is going to be tons and tons of overviews coming on a bunch of different knives. Kaisers, Civivis, Kubis, CJRBs, and all the way up, to mid-tier knives like this one, such as this one. So, it's not all about unboxings and the new stuff that we have coming in. Those will be mixed in also, but this channel is not derived around just opening packages and giving my input, and initial thoughts. It is somewhat part of this channel, but it's a very small piece. And I think I focused a little too much on that, and I need to break myself away from that. Because there's plenty of other guys who that's pretty much all they do. They get new stuff in or get loan stuff. Now, I'm still going to be doing that, like I said. But my focus has been too much on that sort of thing and not enough about the stuff I already have and the stuff I can really tell you about. Now, like I said, so I just wanted to give that little bit of information for anyone who is wondering. But today I have the Renegade Provisions Co. Gungnir with me. This is going to be the pick of the week. I could do a review of this guy, but we're not going to do that today. This is just a random pick. Now, this is a big boy, as you can see here. Big boy. This comes from Chris Rossiter of Renegade Provisions Co. This is OEM by Riot. Phenomenal quality. It's some of the best production quality you can get. I love this knife. I don't believe they're still available, so some of you might be mad. They are fairly pricey, but I don't believe they are available, so it doesn't quite matter. We're coming in. It's a hair over 3 3/4 for cutting edge, and then your total blade is damn near 4 1/4, and you're peaking out here at like 9 1/4 on the total length. So this is definitely a big boy. Yeah, a little over about 5 1/8 on the handle. So this is a big boy. For instance, right here is a pretty good size knife. This is the Cold Steel Engage, which I have some stuff coming up on that guy. Really haven't seen much on him. Like this one is 8 1/8 long total length. So that just shows you how big that Gungnir really is. Short little snippet. The Engage is awesome. The lock is really cool. I'm going to be doing some actual footage and testing of this guy so we can see what she can do. Leave it down in the comments if you want to see me kind of beat on this knife a little bit. Let me know. Either way, we'll do it, but let me know how interested you are. Like I said, OEM by Riot. Good size knife. It feels like you're holding a knife. This is damn near, at its thickest point, about 1 1/4 inches. It's very hand filling. It's a lot of people might not like it because it's so big, but you can easily, no problem, just flick this knife out, no problem. The detents, I wouldn't say it's perfect. It could be a little stronger, just a little, not much. For the thumb flick, beautiful. For the flipper tab, beautiful. You can push button it, you can light switch it, thumb flick it, which feels amazing. Reverse flick it. It is a bolster lock, as you could see there. You can use the meat of your finger, or you can use your nail. Doesn't matter. This does have that. I don't know if we'll be able to make it out. You see them ridges inside of the cutout. If you do not have the Gungnir or the Gom, which is this guy's little brother, the Gom, my knife of the year, I'll try to remember to leave a link up for that knife of the year video. But it does have what I call stepping in there. Basically, it's to help grab your finger when you go to flick it. Really helps if your hands are kind of, you got gloves or your hands are kind of busted up. It really helps with the grip. Like say your fingers are so calloused over and you know you can barely feel the tips of your fingers, which I've been there before. That really helps. Now if your hands are more sensitive, you're not used to that sort of thing, it could be a little rough. It could take some getting used to. I've heard some guys saying on the GOM that it's a little rough. Well, it is if your hands just aren't used to that sort of thing. Now the detent on this is a little lighter than the GOM, but I think it's because of that big blade. They didn't want to make it too strong. It's good right now. I mean, you could try to fail it. Boy, I don't know. No, it just, I'm just there. So you'd have to do that. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to do that. If you even just accidentally push on it, it's flying out. But if you really mean to, let me get a better one. If you really mean to, that bad boy is flying out. Especially the push button. It's so cool to see that 4-inch plus blade just come screaming out of there. As I said, it is a bolster lock, titanium bolsters here. Phenomenal micarta from Riot. This is their black micarta with a bead blasted titanium. I also got this colorway in the GOM, so they match perfectly. Very well done. Minimal hardware. You got 2 screws here and your pivot up there, pivot here, and 3 screws on this side. Yeah, so very minimal. The clip screw, and then you got 2 body screws. So very clean looking, very minimal hardware. You don't even know this is a transition, other than you can feel the material change. Very well done. I love this knife. It's just so well done, and I love having, you know, some big knives. This one I did get with a wire clip. This clip will eventually be leaving this knife at some point in time. I'll probably get like a 3D milled clip somewhere for it. Maybe like a Rips Garage Tech or something like that. Got a nice titanium back spacer there, like it's like a 1/3 quarter back spacer. Probably a little more than a quarter, like a 1/3 back spacer there, a little more maybe. You got a nice little lanyard hole there. Very well done. I love this design. It is M390 on the steel, if I didn't say already, which I don't know if I did. M390 on the blade. This sheep's foot blade is just, it's awesome. Very nice and thick up here, coming down to a nice hollow ground edge. This is a hollow grind. So well done. It comes down fine as a whistle. Let's see how it stands up against some phone book paper, though. I haven't really checked it on this here. This stuff is so thin, it's crappy as hell. Wow. Even after quite a bit of use, it doesn't hesitate. No, it's still sharp as a razor blade. Was I getting that on camera? I wasn't paying attention. It's like a hot knife through butter, literally. That's ridiculous. And I'm telling you guys, this phone book paper, like if you think that SMKW magazine paper is thin, this crap is thin. It's actually given, I've said it before, I think at least once anyway, it's given a couple of my sharper knives even some trouble because it's so thin. And that paper test is just kind of showing it's not the working edge. that's just kind of testing how it comes from the factory. Uh, so that's not like a true test. A lot of guys know that already. That paper test is just merely testing how good the factory edge came and what kind of edge you're looking at. Is it finished well? Because when you're cutting through something that thin, you're gonna feel the inconsistencies, if there is any, in the blade. Now, in this case, it's perfect, and I mean perfect. The execution on this knife uh, was just phenomenal. I was talking with a few other guys. Brandon Thrasher was one of them. This knife would have been my number 7 pick on my knives of the year. The only reason I did not include this knife was because I put the GOM as the knife of the year, and I didn't want to have two knives from the same company. This came out very early in the year, and I don't know why I didn't. I probably should have just put it in the video because it deserved to be in the video. This knife was the rage for several months. And as time goes on, it doesn't really matter how good the knife is. If a knife comes out in January, February, March, April, even, uh, you know, as time goes on to the end of the year, good knives will still remain, but you kind of forget after 6, 7, 8 months or more how good something really is. And that's kind of the case with this knife. I carried it a bunch, used it a bunch when I first got it, and then I kind of put away. I carried it once in a great while, but you kind of forget how good some things are. Um, and that happens with everyone, I think, who makes them knives of the year videos. If you notice, now there are some guys who do, they do their homework and they remember back to the January, February, March time, and they do remember what came out, and how good it was, and maybe they still even have that knife. Like if this one was what we were talking about. Uh, I still have this knife from when I got it at the beginning of 2022, and I still love it just as much now as I did then. This is will never leave my collection. Uh, it pairs so well with its brother, and who doesn't want a 9.5 inch sheep's foot hollow ground nasty bastard like this? I guarantee anyone who likes a big knife over 3.5 inches, this knife you would love. It's just amazing. There is not one single thing on this knife that I would change. Nothing. Nothing at all. He's even got jimping up here. So when you're really up on the knife, you still have that jimping. It's not back here. So right before you go down the line there, you got that nice jimping. You can come up on it. There's nothing I would change. The only thing I did was change the clip. I like the wire clips. They work well. It's just an aesthetic thing. And even this one, it looks good. It's the bead blasted. It's not quite the same. It's close. It's very close. Plus the lighting isn't cooperating with me. But I'm probably going to get some sort of 3D milled clip. Titanium, Damascus, something like that. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but for now, that looks awesome anyway. But that will be changing someday anyway. But thanks, guys. That was the random knife case pick of the week. The Renegade Gungnir, phenomenal knife. I want to say he is possibly putting out a smaller version of this knife at some point, but I'm not 100% sure about that. If you're still here, I really appreciate you guys. It means a lot to me. The guys who watch the whole video, the guys who leave a thumbs up and comment down below. It means a lot. You guys are the ones who have grown this channel, have helped grow this channel. Uh, some of the guys who have been here from the beginning are basically just as a part of the channel as I am. There's some guys who comment on every video, they like every video, they watch all of every video, and that's just awesome. And I look forward to having many more people become a part of my small community here. I want to develop a community here on my channel of family, brotherhood, sisterhood, where you can come and talk about any kind of gear, from a folding knife to a generator, any kind of tools, any question about anything will be welcome here on this channel. Any concerns you have, it's like I've said, as long as you are a respectful human being, I don't care who you are welcome here. I don't care what you've done. I don't care about any of that stuff. As long as you're respectful and you know you're hanging out, that's all I can ask. As long as you are respectful, you are welcome here, and I would just like to let everyone know that who sees this, you are welcome here, and you will always have a spot here. I greatly appreciate all of you, and that will conclude this video. I love y'all. Have a safe night. I will catch you guys later.